Okay, this is the Sony Z200 on the left, probably going to be on the top in the video, and the Panasonic CX350 on the right, probably on the bottom. Both cameras set to 2997 frames per second, shutter 1/60, white balance 3200, both set at f2.8. Both should have similar field of view at about 24 dB, or 24 millimeters equivalent of full frame. And I'm in the same spot that I was a few months ago for the previous test. And for those curious, the urgent care sign is orange in person. So this is both cameras at 0 dB. Let's bump the gain up. Now we are at 6 dB on both cameras, 6 dB. White balance at 3200 if I didn't mention that. Both manual focuses set to about 115 feet if I didn't mention that. The Z200 is in S-Cinetone, just stock. I haven't messed with anything in there. And the CX350, I just did a factory reset the other day, and it is running in Spark with nothing else done to it, the Spark preset. Let's bump up our gains a little bit here. We're now at 12 dB on both cameras, 12 dB. Everything else set exactly the same. NDs, of course, are out. The ROS sign isn't on this time. It was on the time before. And the CX350 is set in normal mode. It's not set to high sensitivity mode. I actually do not like high sensitivity. It's just the same as boosting the gain up a little bit as far as I can tell. It's not a dual gain ISO thing. Okay, so we've been at 12 dB. Let's bump these up. Let's go up to 15 dB here on the Sony. Okay, both cameras now set to 15 dB. Everything else exactly the same. I had to stop recording on the Panasonic to get in the menu to switch it to 15 dB. It's one of the reasons why I like the Sony more. It's a lot easier to adjust the gain on the fly without having to stop recording. And you can really fine tune it. Whereas in the Panasonic, you have to go into the menus and actually redo the presets if you want to move the gain around. So both at 15 dB right now. Let's bump them up to 18. Okay, both cameras now at 18 dB. Everything else still set exactly the same. Both cameras are in 1080 422 if I didn't mention that. Alright, let's see if we can bump these up more. This might be maxed out on the Panasonic here. Let's find out. Alright, so on the Panasonic, 18 dB is how high it normally goes under normal mode. You need to go into super gain mode, and you can bring it up to 24. And I've just now brought up the Sony to 24, so they're both at 24 dB now. 24 dB. So I'll bring the Sony here up to 30 dB. And Sony 30, Panasonic 24. Sony should be kicking its butt pretty good. Now 33 dB on the Z200. And 36 is where it maxes out at. Just for the heck of it, we'll turn the Panasonic up to 30. Are both cameras at 30 dB now? 30 dB? Everything else still exactly the same? And both cameras at 36 now, which I imagine is dang near unusable, unless it's for, you know, security purposes or ghost hunting or something like that. 36 dB on both of them.